What is going on, guys? Predator458 here, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to some more World of Warships action, where today we're going to be taking a look at another match that I had in the Tier 7 Japanese battleship, the Nagato, which is one of my personal favorite battleships out of the Japanese battleship line. We are playing with Silence5, who is one of my subscribers, and you may recognize his name here. Submitted a few viewer replays in the past. And he kept nagging me, bugging me, like, oh, come on, Predator, play with me, please. Silence, I'm just kidding. But he happened to be online the one night that I was playing, and he sent me a message, and we decided to squad up together and play a few matches. And he turned out to be quite a lucky charm, because I think all the matches we played together were victories. But anyway, so we are on Two Brothers. We have taken our first shots at the Congo, only managed 2 hits. For fairly minor damage. So we're just turning a bit to get all guns on target. He is traveling away from us slightly, so we're going to aim a little bit above his waterline. Shots going in, and they're looking pretty good. Maybe a little bit further forward would have done nicely, but at the end of the day, we got a Citadel and 4 hits for just under 20,000 damage. His return fire knocks out our steering gear, but only does minimal damage to us. So we have to pop our repair party to fix that back up, because there are 2 destroyers on the enemy team and only one of them is spotted, so they could be in this area, and we don't want to be sailing in a straight line when there's a possibility of a destroyer launching a torpedo salvo at us. So next target up, firing at the Cleveland at about 13.5 kilometers. Shots going in, and they landed a little bit short, only 2 hits, but the second hit was for 4,000 damage, so total just under 6,000, I guess, so not too bad. But now we've got all the cruisers shooting at us, and there is the enemy destroyer in amongst the islands in front of us. It is a Farragut. So all the cruisers shooting at us, we take some fairly serious HE damage, and we have been set on fire. 30 seconds until it goes out, though. So we got a Pensacola, who is made out of citadels with little to no armor to protect them. So if we can land a decent shot, there's a good chance we'll do massive damage. Unfortunately, he sees the shots coming and slows down, and they land just in front of his ship. So, next target, who are we going to shoot at? Heading away from these 2 cruisers, heading back towards my little fleet that I've got. And are we going to take this shot at the Congo? It looks like it. We're lining up the guns. Bit of lag, quite a bit of lag actually. Take the lead, and we're going to fire off a full broadside at the Congo, who's on relatively low health. So if we manage a few decent hits, we might be able to finish him off, but he has turned away, and unfortunately all the shots land harmlessly in the water. So who are we going to focus on next? Pensacola is still in the area. Another Congo is coming in at 16.6, who is on full health, but we don't really have a good shot at him, so we're just going to pretty much ignore him, I think. Or maybe... no, yeah, we're definitely going to ignore him. Cleveland again at 14. And since my rear guns are facing in this direction, I take a shot at the low health Congo that is traveling away. Maybe we can get some hits on him and do a little bit more damage. Who knows, we might even be able to finish him off. Now we got an Aoba also joining the party. 1 hit for 1,200 damage, so not enough to wipe that Congo out. Still trying to get the front 2 guns turned around. And who is going to be the next lucky recipient of our 16-inch shells? Is it going to be this Congo again? Desperately trying to just knock him out because he's on very low health. 1 Citadel will do it. And we don't really want to give him the opportunity to continue to use his repair party and build up his hit points. This Congo is now presenting himself as a rather nice target at 14.4. I think I rushed that shot a little bit, and there was no need to, and aimed a little bit too low, and they're going in, and right there you just see it, fraction too low, and that was my fault. That wasn't RNG or anything. And if we had aimed slightly higher, could have been a Citadel, could have been 2. So, sometimes shit just happens and you make a stupid decision and you don't aim your shot properly. So that guy has now built back up to 11,000 health. Another Cleveland at 16. And no hits on that other salvo, unfortunately. Friendly torpedo bombers in the area. Are we going to try and get a shot at this guy before he goes behind the island? I don't think so. We've got 2 cruisers really close, and they're both opening fire. Aoba is sitting still, so we're going to take the lead and fire at the center mass of his ship. We couldn't really give him too much more than that. I expected him to move forward. 2 hits for 3,700, but I was worried if I aimed any further forward, it would shoot the shells into the rock instead of at him, which is always a pain in the ass. Enemy torpedo bombers coming in at 5 kilometers now. We have focused them up for our anti-aircraft guns, and there goes our catapult fighter. Thankfully, Silence 5 in his Miyoko is in the area, and he is going to help us and put in some of his own AA fire, and most likely using his defensive fire ability to scatter the torpedoes or give them that really wide spread in case any of them do get a launch. But unfortunately for the carrier player, all of his planes are shot down before they can get in a position to torpedo me. Shots coming in from the Congo. Only 2 hits for just over 2,000 damage, not the end of the world. We're trying to turn towards him and get guns on target. More fire coming in from the Cleveland. These cruisers were absolutely dead set on removing me from the battle. And again, I think that shot was a little bit low. I'm not entirely sure why I was rushing so many of my shots. And again, you can just see them just landing short of the enemy vessel. But as I said, yeah, I'm not entirely sure why I was doing that so much this match, because there's really no reason to rush them. But anyways, looks like that Congo has taken some torpedo hits, presumably from the Allied torpedo bombers. And the other one who we've been firing at quite often is at 15, but we decided to hold fire because he was maneuvering. This guy's giving us a very nice broadside. I'm going to take the lead. He is coming slightly towards us, so we do aim like directly at his waterline. Shots going in, 1 Citadel, 4 hits, 24,000 odd damage, and we get our first kill of the match. Now, I don't actually know how I feel about the revisions to Two Brothers with these islands off in the left-hand side. So, yeah, left-hand side of the map, these ones that are on the left-hand side of me right now. I kind of preferred it, I think, when it was a bit more open, because I found far too many times my Allied ships, go in there, get wrecked by destroyers. They don't push. They, like to use the cover, and it's a bit unfortunate. Shots going in on the Cleveland, and 3 hits for 6,000. We slow down, and his shots land harmlessly in front of us. And I just find that too many people kind of move into this area and don't leave. Shots coming in from that Congo, who does a fantastic job of aiming those shells and manages to get a Citadel on us. Bit of poor play here by me. I shouldn't have been exposed like this, but I guess in the heat of battle I didn't quite expect him to be able to shoot effectively over that little island. But obviously with hindsight we know that was a mistake. So we're holding our fire to kind of see if he's going to maneuver and give us any kind of better angle on him. It doesn't look like he is, so we're going to just take the lead and we're going to fire a full salvo in front of him. He is on really low health, so we could theoretically finish him off even like this. And 5 hits for just under 5,000 damage, and just like that we've reduced him to less than 9,000 hit points. We have used our damage control team, our repair party. I keep getting those mixed up. And we have built our hit points back up to 33,500, but we are set on fire, so we're immediately going to put that out. As I said in my recent Colorado video, I'm not sure what it is about these tier 7 battleships, but they really do seem to love catching fire, and the Nagato is no different. So now he's turning, presumably to try and get all his guns on target. So we're going to fire a nice full broadside, 3 hits for the 7,500 damage required to send him to the bottom of the ocean. So there's some more torpedo bombers. We're going to select them up. We've still got our catapult fighter in the air, and once again we've been set on fire. So hopefully that little fighter is going to go and do its thing. Anti-aircraft guns opening up. We've managed to shoot down 1 already. The torpedo bombers turn around, presumably to try and get a better angle, and here they come. Only 2 torpedoes seem to be dropped. They look like there were 3 planes remaining, but only 2 seem to drop it. And look at that, it received large caliber AA guns destroyed. So that is how much high explosive fire we've taken in this battle, that all of our high caliber anti-aircraft guns have actually been destroyed. And the only time I've ever seen that previously was in an Iowa match, where I got surrounded by enemy cruisers, and that was back when that superstructure bug was still present on the Iowa, and you took little to no HE damage. But they did manage to not only destroy all my high caliber anti-aircraft guns, but they destroyed all my low caliber and my secondary guns. That's what a punishment that ship used to be able to take from high explosive. So Pensacola at 11.3, we're ready. We're going to fire a full salvo, and here comes some dive bombers. We've been set on fire again. Managed another Citadel, 12,600 hit points, and now we're on fire in 3 different locations. So we pop our damage repair party, sorry, to just try and build up some hit points to mitigate some of this damage, and there we go. We use our damage control team and we put the fire out. This Cleveland is looks like he's going to be behind cover before we can fire. I considered firing at the aircraft carrier, but then I noticed the Cleveland had run aground. So I'm going to fire a full salvo at him. Looking good. 2 Citadels, 23,000 damage. Managed to get the kill and devastating strike. I think I was trying to focus up the Cleveland there just in case he was going to come within secondary range, but we are down to less than 11,000 hit points right now. And I think that was a Cleveland that we killed, having a little laugh in chat. Managed to shoot down a plane, not sure what that was, maybe a catapult fighter or something. And unfortunately, we're still burning another fire, and we've got to wait 35 seconds before that fire goes out. Pensacola going really slowly. It looks like its engine's been taken out, so we're going to fire the shot. And that was perhaps a mistake. I probably should have held fire for the Cleveland. Silence 5, we get a Citadel and finish him off for our 4th kill. Was engaging this Cleveland and knocked him down to extremely low health. But unfortunately it wasn't quite enough, and the Cleveland sets us on fire in 2 different locations. And that is it for us. Too many fires, too much HE, and we are eventually burnt down. So let's head off to the results and see how we did. And as you can see, in the end, it did turn out to be a victory. We earned ourselves 272,400 credits, just shy of 7,000 experience. We got a devastating strike ribbon, 31 target hits, 4 planes shot down, 1 incapacitation, 4 kills, and a pretty impressive 6 Citadels. As for where it came on the team, we came first place by just over 300 points. Silence 5 came in 3rd place with a base XP of 1343. First place on the enemy team was the Aoba with base XP of 992. And then as for damage done, 121,280 damage, which I would have liked that to be higher considering there were 6 Citadels, but unfortunately, as always, a lot of those always seem to happen when an enemy ship is on relatively low health. But that is it for today's video, and I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please feel free to hit the thumbs up button down below and consider subscribing for more World of Warships, Armored Warfare, and a few other things that are thrown to the mix from time to time. But that is about it from me. Thank you very much for stopping by. This is Predator 458 signing off, and I will see you guys next time.